Yeah, so the first thing, let's just review the minutes from our last meeting.
I will begin sharing my screen right
You don't
now.
mind. You realize, yeah, you were not here for that last meeting, but that does not prevent you from, in fact, we need you to vote for that. Well, either one way or another, because you are part of the quorum. Right.
I'm not sure,
Limhood, how does this does this reflect accurately applicant and owner?
Um, yes, that is
Okay.
the correct. And I apologize. I should have caught that in the early draft edition that was like emailed to us probably like 2 months ago. I should have looked closer at that.
No, that's okay. We'll be able to
So
figure something out.
we've reflected the minutes reflect what actually happened, correct?
Yes, they do.
And we're just going over the minutes. Anybody has any comments? So if
I had a brief question on the Minuteman Airport. Did somebody just reach out to them and say, yeah, we're good? Because they had asked for approval from Comscom, and they said, yeah, we're okay with that. So I was just wondering, did the loop get close with them?
Yeah, I had responded to them and said that the commission agreed that they could proceed with their yearly operation plan.
Thanks. That's good enough.
great. So can I have a motion to approve the minutes from our November 19 meeting?
I move that we approve the minutes from the November 19th meeting.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Okay, great, thank you. Is there any? We'll just see.
Yeah, there is, and there's
What do you think about correspondence?
I do have. I'll say that I'll quickly go over what I had emailed you today, Liz, and that was that we received an NOI. Didn't include it in the
yes.
correspondence, but I did want to get ahead of the curve since we did receive it as correspondence. We got the paper copies in the mail today.
959 Hill Road?
Yeah, so this is a NOI we received for 959 Hill Road. Mary is reaching out to the engineer on that to get the last outstanding pieces, the 11 by 17s, and we expect to have it noticed in time and a hearing on our next meeting, which is looking like the 17th. But we can decide that at the end of this meeting. She did say in order, since it is a simple septic replacement on grassed area within the 100-foot buffer, sorry, did you want me to repeat myself?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember which number you said, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I said it's a septic replacement on grassed area within the 100-foot buffer. And since we have a lot of experience doing that, I did recommend to Liz that Steve Schmidt could be the reviewer on this. Once we get the materials in, he can decide if he wants to inspect the site. And then that could potentially put us in a position to open the NOI, hold the hearing on the 17th, and then close the hearing on that day as well.
On one day? That would be awesome, right? That would be a dream come true. Yes.
So we don't need to vote on anything just yet
So the more we talk about how simple this is,
Yeah.
you know, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Yeah. All right,
Isn't there another one there?
Yeah, it's down, it's farther, like,
975.
yeah. No, it's the
Yeah,
one,
that's the other one. Well,
it's, yeah, it's the blue house, the blue brick house.
Oh, wow.
The one next to the parking for.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Wow. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome on.
Do we need more seats? There
We do.
there's
Here,
I'm sure if you want to, or, yeah,
There's one right there.
there's nobody sitting there, so if you want to take that.
I can do the math. I think we're good.
We're not gonna be starting for another 10 minutes, so
Yeah,
we're just
sure.
gonna do our thing.
Oh,
Okay, so that's
yeah.
959. Hill Road, septic, great. Is there anything else in correspondence that we can just sort of take care of? Do you have?
Yeah, I'll go through really quickly. This was just for an update on the conservation land maps. I told Kelly, who is relaying to the select board, I would like to get a meeting on the books between myself, Rich, and David for sometime next week or the following week, just so we could set some goals, timelines, and deliverables for end of this year, and then have those potentially installed next year. So I'll be in touch, Rich. I just wanted to put that on your radar.
Around, mostly.
Yeah, that sounds good because we do want to be responsive to the select board's inquiry and it is a good time because our maps, I think it's been 20 years. We've had one format of map and
I found out in relics, yeah, you were,
oh yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, 20 years.
these were nice.
They were. This is, these are our, I don't know if you can see this. Because I don't, yeah, it's dependent, but these are our trail guides. This was printed by Cisco back in 2020, 2003.
Oh, wow.
Remember that? Dave?
Yeah, it's a collector's item.
And then we did an update on this for when we got a grant. We just did the maps and that was funded by grants. So anyway, they are, I do like a little booklet. And
Yeah,
I think we can talk about that too in conjunction with this whole map revamping, because there is the signage that we want to help people find their way within the trail system and, you know, with markings and stuff. But I also think it's a nice, especially the one that the bigger one had a little history of the parcels, which is nice, I think, for people to
Even to go back and
Printed
read
maps.
it after you've walked.
yeah, and the printed maps have the same info, yeah, but anybody bothers to do that. Nobody has a printer anymore. All right, so yes, thank you, Ian. That'd be great if the three of you could meet and get that sort of process.
Yep, absolutely. And I notice our room is filling up with this last piece of correspondence, maybe taking a couple more minutes. I'll continue moving the meeting so that we can get to the 975 Mass Ave order of conditions. I know our applicant is here, Lim Hoot.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
let
sorry.
me pull up those order of conditions.
We have that here.
We do. I'm going to start with the additional conditions that we received, I believe, today or yesterday. Thank you, Steve, for completing these, and thank you, David, for looking these over, revising, and suggesting.
Can you make that? Oh, I guess on the screen it's all right. Do I make it even a little tiny, bigger?
Little bigger, yeah. I can. How's that?
So just to summarize the changes, so I wrote the preamble. I worked off the boilerplate that Mary gave me. I expanded the preamble to be more specific to the project. I called out specifically the two impacted area, the stream crossing and the offset that addresses it, that sort of remediates the change or offsets it. And then the on-site sewage system gradient moving into the wetlands buffer area. And as we agreed in the last meeting that we will grant a waiver to allow the project to continue. So I cited the relevant bylaw chapter that came right out of the waiver request letter provided by the engineering project.
So I think that section's in the regulations. Actually,
Yes, it was, came right out of the bylaw.
so, well, the regulations, there's a bylaw, and then there's the regulations.
Yeah, we'll have to,
So they should say the regulations.
just, yeah, because the bylaw doesn't actually have that section. But it's the rate, there's the bylaw itself, and then the regulations actually explain what the heck we're talking about.
Okay.
Where is that in the, I just say?
Do we need to amend that language then?
Yeah, I would just add
Correct it.
bylaw regulations.
Yeah, we will just add the word regulations. I'll mark this up if I could find what page it's on.
The first page, I think.
Is it on the first page?
Yes, very top. So change the word bylaw requirement to regulation, and just strike section 3521.
Yes,
Okay.
and regulations should be capitalized.
I've got the actual document here and I'm not on it.
Okay, so that's it, should say.
It's like the final paragraph of the first page is where this meant.
Do I have that in the order of things? Yeah, okay, where is that?
It was in my package, I don't know if it's in yours.
No,
It was a separate.
this is, what number is this?
975.
Okay, so that's that.
And then there was a separate document.
Ah,
There it is,
there it
right
is.
there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Too many pieces of paper.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
and so I think.
So bylaw regulations.
Yes, so, right. And then we strike the requirement section 3521. So bylaw regulation, then I think we just strike the requirement section 3521.
Okay.
Is that right, David?
Yes, I didn't actually check that that's the correct section, but I assume you did.
Well, yes,
Well, we could go to our regs and see where that is.
okay, oh, I'm sorry, so then the correct language is waive bylaw regulation 3521.
So you have checked that in the regulations.
Yeah, because that's what you were just using bylaw and you meant regulation
I took the text right out of
of their, and they were,
waiver
and you were
request.
citing the
Oh, okay.
regulation. Okay,
So I think they probably got it right.
yeah, I think they did, because when I was, okay, waive bylaw regulation, section 3521 as a thing. Okay,
Okay, so it's just the word regulation should be there instead of requirement.
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
so, and I'm gonna have, so Ian,
Yep.
we're gonna sign this document, but, Mary we'll just have to highlight to Mary that to make that change on the cover pages.
Sounds good. We'll just
Okay.
vote for it as amended.
Okay,
Yeah.
shall we proceed?
And then, okay, Don, the only other things that I changed was I folded in the content, so everything else in here is boilerplate, additional conditions. And what I did is I took the specific language that David provided and folded it in starting on wetland replications, item 70. 70 was a very small change. I just included your definition of wetland replication area, WIA. And then I referenced it again in those bolded sentences in section 72, item 72. Because there was, like I say, there was a lot of overlap in the.
Do you want to scroll down, Ian, just so that we're on the
Yeah, you said 72?
Yes, that's right.
70,
Okay. Yeah,
So,
right here. Oh, sorry, I'm.
have you seen this?
I have not, to be honest with you.
we'll
Feel
put
free
it on the
to
screen.
take your-
I just wanna make sure, just for clarification, since the meeting was actually closed, am I able to even make any?
No,
No, okay.
Well, you can't provide new information, but.
you can ask us a question.
Clarification.
You can ask a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, much here of them.
Can you, put it to 70? Because I think were we talking about 70 or are you already?
I'm 72 is the one with actual,
The bolded
I
section?
gave you, this is a condition to which the project team and owner will have to
Right,
comply.
actually do.
Okay, so it's good to make sure that it parses.
Yeah.
The language looks good. I think I said it during the last meeting, my only concern has always been making sure that the monitoring period, isn't holding up any sort of occupancy permit, which doesn't seem to be the case here. That's all.
Right.
Right, and then the final change was the last sentence on the next item 73, which just say that, the only change beyond standard boilerplate is that the certificate of compliance shall not be issued prior to the specialist's written certification that each species planted was fully established and growing vigorously, right? So come up with a plan. The specialist will certify that it is happening, it's working, and that things are growing vigorously, and of course the lever is we could withhold the certificate of compliance if it's not, so.
Fully established is a little tricky. Each species planted is fully established. I guess I'm a little curious about what it means to be fully established, because if it's
That means 75% of all species planted shall be grown vigorously after 2 years.
okay.
Should we?
Yeah, right.
It says that in previous.
Okay.
It says that in the first sentence
Okay, thank you.
of that item. So that the target is 75%, so that's what fully established means.
Understood. Okay.
Okay,
Man, and 74 can be removed. 74 is redundant. Because that's what it's, that's in condition 72, where it says upon completion of all WR connecting to that one specialist shall certify in writing the Conservation Commission of the WRA has been planted in compliance with certification.
Okay, so are we comfortable with that? That we just, that's a redundant and we are taking that out.
I am okay with
Is that
that.
okay with you? Okay, we're all in agreement. Okay? And
I'd
then-
also like to ask, Madam Chair, or Steve, feel free to answer, are these flood storage and wildlife, are they intended to be numbered conditions?
I did not touch that. And so,
I actually wanted to ask about that too, because we don't have to put flood storage on site.
Yeah, so that should come out. That should come out.
Flood
Okay.
storage is not applicable.
okay,
Yeah, one of the things about these, the numbering, this is a very kludgy document. And wildlife,
Ian, if you're ever bored, you can make it so that we can easily renumber the document.
So I did.
Did you?
I do that also.
Yeah.
That's why it's so simple. Yeah, and the section about wildlife is, similar to the flood storage, but not in an area where we have, habitat area.
Yeah, that can come out, although I believe that when it is shown as a potential vernal pool on Mass Map.
we could keep, because that could be number 7. I do think it should have a number. Wildlife is sort of the subset, I think,
But I don't think it's applicable here.
okay, so well,
Even, I know at one point Oxbow didn't look at that. I'm not sure why they didn't certify it.
yeah, all right, so we'll take that out.
Go in any case.
Yeah, wildlife.
Because we really meant vernal pools. And then the rest, we're back to the boilerplate for
that's,
no permanent structures, no de-icing chemicals, and dumping. And we're gonna renumber this, Ian.
Yeah, I'll let Mary know. She can update
Yeah.
the template as well.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
And just for my clarification, did you guys strike this wildlife one?
Yeah, good.
All right, thank you.
I've marked up my copy, I think pretty clearly. Should have read them, but.
We'll find it.
What?
You'll find it.
All right then. Can I have a motion to approve the order of conditions for 975 Bass Ave as amended?
Why? Oh, I'll make a motion to approve it
Yeah,
as
please.
amended.
I'll make a motion to approve the draft as amended.
Yeah.
As amended,
Yes.
yes.
Who gets it?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Excellent, and there are 2 copies to sign. So please, I'm gonna pass it down. Did you want to walk out of here with one, or are you gonna see Mary tomorrow? Yeah, we need your, we're not ready for that. Okay, so here's, hope everyone has a pen. But yeah, so 2 signatures, I'm with signature. And then send it back to you. Great.
Lim Hood, I'll get this over to you tomorrow morning, and Mary will take all the necessary steps to get it to you as well in paper, as well as to the DEP.
All right. Let's see. Oh, that's out of that. Yeah, that's. It's because you where's that?
You know, when you
Oh, minutes,
forward, you
okay.
add a number
Oh, yeah.
and that. No, it won't.
So that's a word.
I got bugs in it.
It's figured out. But still is what was meant.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, is that another word for slurry that we put? Okay, where did I put that? That would be the notes. Yeah, I don't want to start anything because we're almost ready to,
The civil board.
guess I could open the hearing. Actually, could you, wait, do you have, I'm not sure I have the, that little note.
Oh, the thing,
Oh, is this a continued hearing? No.
No, it's new.
It's new, okay.
I'll pull up the legal notice for you.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, thank you. Pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, and the Foxborough Wetlands Bylaw, a public hearing will be held on December 3rd, 2025 at 7:45 p.m. before the Foxborough Conservation Commission to consider notice of intent filed by Dillis and Roy on behalf of the applicant, Jim Bassett. Property at 272 Depot Road, Assessor's Map 05-062-000 is owned by Brian and Elizabeth Caldwell. The description is a demolition of a detached garage and construction of a detached garage in Breezeway. Public hearing will be held in the town hall at Middle Road and via Zoom video conferencing. All details will be made public on the Conservation Commission agenda when posted, a minimum of 48 hours prior to the meeting on the town website. And contact the commission office if there are any questions. So.
Thank you very much. Would you be agreeable to me presenting from an easel? I haven't done that. I haven't done that for years.
That's great. You want to?
Hang on.
Do it.
These COVID times, I'll tell you. Bear with me.
Would you mind also introducing yourself? I don't believe-
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I will do the whole dog and pony show. Bear with me.
And side by side, I will do my best to present everything electronically as well for those watching online and for those watching the recording as well. I will also note that until today, there was no DEP file number for this NOI. Noting on the agenda, it is actually the incorrect number Mary realized today. However, we did get the file number from the DEP today, and it is 1130598, not 97.
Okay. And, it looks like they have no comments.
That is correct.
Always a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Greg Roy with Tilson Roy, this evening. I'm representing the applicant, which is Bassnet, and Dale Swanson is representing, Bassnet, who's the contractor, that would be, building the addition. Brian Caldwell is here as the owner, and I think his wife Liz is on the Zoom call. So, thank you for having us this evening. We appreciate it. I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. As you mentioned, we've submitted a notice of intent at 272 Depot Road. The project is what we believe is relatively straightforward. Actually, let me start with existing conditions. Apologize.
Can you bring that in? Like,
Yeah. Yes.
Can I give like a weird context thing to say that the site, the red house, the red barn house that we all visited,
it's right across.
it's like it's like a kitty corner, it's like across the street. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably over here, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, from an existing condition standpoint, we have, the house that sits here on the property is shown in these solid, lines. Depot Road is here. The driveway is located right in this location here with the existing house. The wetland is actually completely, almost completely off-site. There's one wetland flag that's located on the property right here. But the bulk of it is on the adjacent property, but be that as it may, there's resulting buffer zones and wetland offsets that impact the property. There is a stream within that bordering wetland, bordering vegetated wetland that is considered intermittent. So it is not mapped as perennial. So there is no associated riverfront area with that stream. The 100-foot buffer zone is shown in this, and it'll show up a little bit better on the proposed on the builder site. The 100-foot buffer zone limit is here, which is also the limit of your aura for your bylaw. And there's an existing structure, garage, shed structure located here with a patio in this location here. And the Caldwell's looking to essentially remove a portion of the driveway, the patio, and that existing structure. And in the same similar footprint, construct a addition to the house, which would include a garage and an attached breezeway in the front here with some additional space in the back. I tried to do this a little bit of justice with an overlay plan, but it's going to be difficult for you to see. But effectively, in brown hatch here, colored in brown pencil, is the proposed addition. In red outlines are all of the areas, the impervious areas, driveway, existing structure, patio that are going to be removed. So you can see that we're really working in the same footprint. We also did provide you with a summary table here that compared impervious areas existing with impervious areas proposed. And you'll see that we're resulting in a net reduction in impervious area on the site. And we're actually pulling the existing driveway is actually a few feet closer to the wetland than what will actually be. Then we'll what will be resulting, where the foundation edge of, the proposed garage would be, so we're pulling that back, by I think 2 to 3 feet. That's really the nuts and bolts of what we submitted to you. I did want to acknowledge that, we did receive places, review comments. We did have a site walk with, thank you. And we really have no, I wanted to acknowledge their letter. I do have revised plans, but they're hot off the press. I'm not even going to present them to you tonight because it wouldn't be fair. But I wanted to say that we don't have any objections to any of the places' comments. A lot of them were agreeing to the wetland delineation that we had. There were no wetland flags that moved. There was some recommendations for, showing stockpile areas, which we will do. We're actually, just spoiler alert here. We're going to be proposing stockpiling completely contained in the existing driveway, so we're not going to be proposing anything outside of that. We extended the erosion control barrier per their request. We agreed to put some rooftop infiltration in, drip recharge infiltration in, along the edges of the proposed roof. And things like that. So we really don't have any objection to any of the comments that that places, presented to us. And I am going to hand you a set of revised plans to that tonight, but I know that you're not going to have a chance to digest that. So with the holidays, I just wasn't able to respond.
And on the revised plans, what will be different from what we're seeing before us?
Well,
You will show some of the additions that you're making.
correct.
Yeah.
So let me just go through some of those. We've extended the erosion control barrier per their comments along the edge of the driveway.
Okay,
We've clearly identified, this plan that's in front of you tonight is the revised plan that you're gonna get, but you don't have it in your packet. So that's why I'm pointing to these things.
oh, okay,
We've identified in the hatched area, on the paved, surface where the proposed stockpile material area will be. That's keyed into some additional verbiage that they wanted us to have in the erosion control notes, relative to no storage of chemicals and that kind of thing.
right,
We've added a detail, and it's not on this plan, unfortunately. I don't know why, but we've added a drip recharge detail. You'll have it on your plan we submit, which has, an infiltration, just to add some,
so there's some gravel
Yeah.
just around the perimeter.
correct, just to collect that where it's coming off the roof. So we can encourage infiltration into the ground. Let me just go through. We also provided an existing conditions plan that sort of clarifies what's there today versus what we're proposing. So you should have that actually.
I think we do have that,
Yeah.
yes.
That will be stamped by a registered land surveyor like they requested. Let's see. We did some labeling. They asked us to label the limit of your adjacent land resource area, so we'll certainly clean that up.
Okay,
Most of the things actually, we didn't have any, they either agreed with us or they were just sort of for the board's
Right. Had the CEO of the surveyor.
Yeah, that we'll have, actually, that's on this, we'll see that here. I'm on our business partner, Stan Ellis. So you'll have that when I can do the plans. We added a note that says we'll stake the property line prior to construction, which was a request of the places, drip line recharge. And then the last comment of substance was just making a little bit more robust of a note relative to the stockpile, that we shouldn't have any paint, solvents, concrete, other construction materials stockpiled within 50 feet of wells. So we've added that note in the plans. Really, that was all. As you indicated, there was no comments from DEP, which was late breaking. So I kind of anticipated continuing this anyway, because I wasn't expecting to get their comments. But happy to take any questions and comments that folks have.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions?
My primary comment was going to be for, I wanted to see some, management of the, roof runoff, and we'll be including that, and we'll just wait to see the detail.
Yeah, and then apologize, I couldn't get that to you before the holiday, it just didn't happen.
So,
Yeah, any other
I have just sort of a building kind of question. The term breezeway, in fact, does that mean that the space is enclosed or is it open to the air?
That's gonna be a heated space, right? Yeah.
It'll be, yeah. The detail of it will be determined in the further conversation between, Liz, Brian and I. It could be, enclosed walls in heated space. Or ultimately, from a budget standpoint, it could be left as a screening porch. We're still connected, impervious, we're connected.
With a frost wall.
Yeah,
Without a frost wall.
Frost wall.
And if that area was open to the outside, what would you call it? I was just trying to get a picture in my mind from.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe use the word breezeway a little bit too liberal.
No, we have a thing that's like from our garage to our house, it's open in the air, and it's on a breezeway.
Yeah, breezeway is a term that,
Yeah.
runs here.
Yeah.
It connects one thing to another and it's, not solid walls usually, and.
And from your standpoint, from an earth removal standpoint, we're considering it an impervious area because it's gonna have a roof
Right, the roof.
with a frost wall.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So whether or not we enclose it and it's a heated, well, like a mudroom,
Yeah.
or whether it's more of a three-season breezeway with screens or something like that,
Right, right.
I think to be determined, but that's.
It's nice to not have to walk out into the snow and get in
That's right.
your car.
Well, split it in
It's gotta be fun.
Stuff.
That's
That's the goal.
Yeah, you're singing the.
Okay,
Scheming for his.
yeah, no, I have a garage with access from the house directly. It's
So
it's so nice.
my house, the mudroom was what sold the house. Like, that's when we walked into the house and the first thing we saw was that. We said, well, we gotta buy it. It was fantastic.
We don't have one, when we did, and now it's like a big thing, that we don't have one.
Yeah,
I miss it.
yeah.
So the.
We have a breezeway outside.
The project description seemed kind of straightforward.
Yeah, totally.
Places.
Places, Bill Maher doesn't miss anybody.
Yeah, they had a comprehensive,
Yeah.
letter, and it was nice to meet Bill on site. Our wetland specialist, Seth, was on site with him just to make sure we checked the flags and,
Yeah,
and also to check out, and, like I said, we don't have any objections to any of the comments, so. When we want to hand you revised plans, but we're also going to submit those back to places, tomorrow. They're hot off the press this afternoon, so I apologize, but, stay.
so should, I think we are ready to just, to continue this to our next
Do
meeting.
we have a person who's like, so we're gonna write an order of conditions, or?
I think I'm doing it and with Rich. I think that's the two of us are gonna be, so we'll.
Right, yeah.
We'll work together on that.
Oh,
We'll probably come just to visit the site too sometime between now and, I can let Liz know. I think I have Liz's contacted, but
Yeah.
just let her know.
Or me.
Okay.
We can,
Or
both of us.
yeah, we can figure out a time to just go down and see what's what.
Yeah.
So can I have a motion to continue the hearing until December 17th? We have one at 7:45. So 8 o'clock,
So we'll.
17?
December 17th.
Why not 7:45?
Because we have.
Oh, we have another thing.
Set for 9:59.
8
o'clock.
So moved.
Okay, second. Okay, all in favor? Aye. So we'll see you next, 2 weeks from now, 8 o'clock.
Excellent, thank you very much, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Nice to hear you all.
Thank you very much, Greg.
Person and not on a computer.
All right.
Please change. Can I hand you these plans?
Yeah.
Acceptable? Sure, Mary's not in, but this is all the, we did email these today, but those are the hard copies.
And is one of these for Mary? Are these for each of us? or
I
is this-
don't know, that's what they asked us for the original,
Okay, I'll count them and then we'll see.
Yeah. And if you need more, tell Mary to reach out.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Can I have the, order of conditions? Back? Thank you. I'm just gonna make a note to Mary.
Madam Chair, if you'd like, I can present a brief update on the current status of 31
Just hold
Eldridge.
on 1 second. There's like a
Yeah.
lot of notes happening while Greg is but you will, I don't have a little sticky to put a note for Mary, but I'll just write it on, cause she's
That's
gonna
fine,
print
yeah.
another one anyway. Mary, please see corrections. Yeah. And let me just, now I have to get rid of all the old stuff for 272 to Depot. And how many of us are there? There are 6. 6. It's supposed to be 7. 2. Is that full?
7.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna have Mary I'm gonna give this all to Mary, because it looks like there are maps and there's narrative and they're not connected, so I think we'll just.
Yeah, I'll go through it with her tomorrow.
Absolutely, we'll just do that. Okay. So what have we done? We've done 975 Mass Ave order conditions. We've reviewed all the correspondence that we need to. Anything of interest?
When I last looked, there wasn't
Anything major?
I will say there's one piece of correspondence that we can go through.
What's that?
That, or we can, I have it up right here as 31 Eldridge Road, so
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll go through that really quick. It's not
nice.
correspondence, but as it is an update. It is an update. So on November 12 or 13, November 12, our town engineer produced a brief report on the 3 outstanding items to be addressed before issuance of the COC. She had sent that to us and we had given it to the applicant and owner. Later, I think on this date, November 25th, the owner of the property came in with photo evidence that that 2 of these recommendations were met. I guess I'd say 2.5, where it says there is debris. This area needs to be cleaned up and stabilized. I'll show you the photo. The area was cleaned up, but there's no evidence of stabilization. So I reached out to the applicant. I reached out to the owner to just provide proof of stabilization efforts before coming back for the.
And really, all we want are some wood chips, right?
Wood chips or winter rye seed, winter grass seed as well. Yeah, and I had let them know that as well. So I will I'll try to get on that so he can hopefully come back before the next.
Might be a little tough with the snow, but
yeah, it is right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to be melting anytime soon. So, but we'll keep an eye out.
So stabilization just means don't leave it bare dirt.
So it runs off. Yeah, it'll run off.
Put that so if it was the spring, seeding it with something would be useful. But throwing wood chips is acceptable, but like say gravel is not.
Right. It's going to be revegetated at some point.
Grass or
so but stabilization, the word temporary is implied until it becomes revegetated.
So if you just like spread straw over.
I was thinking straw too, but I feel like that will like blow.
Any kind of mulching would be okay. Just
whatever places recommends, I'm fine.
They were saying mulch or winter
Winter rye seed.
Okay,
and then
so this
last
may
piece.
come back to us on December 17th or maybe into next year.
We'll see.
Okay. So we're not going to see this again until they've complied with it.
Well, I don't think
That's
we can
correct.
achieve the certificate of compliance until.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, right.
You know, fully revegetated.
Right. Okay. Oh, so even after they've stabilized it, you think we should hold off and see?
Because I think I think the order of conditions says that it needs to be revegetated.
Yeah, so they'd be better off, putting, seed down.
That's gonna be in the next growing season.
So maybe moderating, Mike's expectations of when this is going to be issued is a good thing.
Sounds good. All right, and then last piece of correspondence is regarding conservation reports from the Recreation Commission. There has been a need for the Recreation Commission to report to the Conservation Commission. I believe in our packet it even has the annual town meeting warrant from 1980 that details this regulations for use of flower meadows. And then these 5 bullet points are also included right here. And these are the regulations that we need to follow.
That. I know,
Yep.
didn't, Amy sort of reached out and asked what do they need to do? Well, this is what they need to do.
Yeah, so Boxborough Reccom shall annually complete a letter of understanding specifying those programs.
Just telling us what programs they've done, the usage of the field. And certainly if they're expecting to expand the playground, they should be telling us that as well.
Yeah,
And what
and
that
so
would be,
in speaking with Amy today, I understood that most of the questions she had was about the proceedings for it. Would we like this sent into us as correspondence? Would we prefer a joint meeting where we can go over this material together? Would we like the chair to present it to us? Those are kind of some of the outstanding questions.
I don't have a strong feeling.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're talking about a routine report, right?
Yes, it is supposed to be annual. We haven't had it for many years, but it does
I would have to
say,
say, it wouldn't be bad to talk, I mean, if they would come to us, the routine stuff is all well and good, but they are asking for 300 some odd $1,000 of CPA funds for renovating the playground that is on at Flora, and that is a big project that I think they should come and talk to us about.
Oh, the playground's awesome. You're getting rid of it?
No, I don't know, they feel that it needs to be refurbished, I'm not sure, I don't know, I don't know any of the details.
Well, and is it being expanded?
I don't know, see, that's the, I don't know.
Well, they haven't got any funding.
No, they don't, but yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, that's something they really should have come to speak to us about before they submitted the application, really, I think.
Yeah, me too. But too late now, because it's tomorrow night, but, so I think it would be good for, I don't know if we need a joint meeting. Scheduling a joint meeting is too hard.
Yeah.
Is it possible that one of their, somebody from the RecCom could come and talk to us about what they're planning for the, expansion or the refurbishment of, playground? And
yes, I'll request that, and I'll request that for this annual letter to be presented as well. I mean, I'm sure they'll both fit hand in hand for this year, but it will set a good precedent moving forward because I think the number was about 20 years that this has kind of gone without. So yes, I'll let Amy know that that's kind of what we're looking for. I'll send her this as well. Mary had dug this up today, and we'll hope to hear from them soon. But yes, the public hearing starts tomorrow for all of them, and
Great.
yeah, that's it for correspondence.
I have like an off the record question, but whatever, it's on the record. Has anybody noticed that the like cruise-in pond, whatever area?
It's really low?
Yeah,
I saw that too.
why?
Because someone took out the beaver dam.
Oh, like permanently or?
No,
Well,
not
it's
illegal.
Beavers.
I don't know. The first Well, the first thing to do would be to ask the town, to ask DPW. I know sometimes in the past they've done
They've
it.
done it, and I tried to look back on the, permits or whatever, like, there was at some point that if we gave MBTA or POs or whatever permission to remove the culvert.
That was an
debris.
emergency request.
Yeah.
Because they
But
split the
it wasn't
road.
that big.
Correct.
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
that, yeah. And this is the worst time of year you can lower a beaver impoundment. The beavers will die. Because they'll basically freeze to death. So that's not good. That's
So
not
what
good
about
at
the
all.
fish? So,
What's that?
the fish and everything else?
Yeah.
So this is the dam was breached, and the underpass there just off Sergeant Road. Is that the dam that was breached?
No, I think it's
No.
probably further down.
Right, it's closer to the Depot Road.
Okay, then I know that.
Yeah,
Maybe,
no, yeah.
maybe that one has been as well. I haven't checked it since last weekend. I think it's a matter of, well, first speaking with the DPW. Maybe Ian, could you do that?
Yeah, so could you refresh me on roughly the location of it is, or what you would call?
Well, yeah, what,
We're Littlefield Road and Depot, like we're Littlefield and Depot. Where Littlefield
Yes.
becomes Depot Road,
Right.
if
down the hill from there.
If I can, Ian, I can forward you the email I got from Jim Goretti.
Yeah, I think I was originally on that.
Well, that wasn't that dam, that was the culvert right across the tracks. So that has a number. That culvert right across the tracks has a number that Keolis has assigned to it, so, but it would be the dam right across the tracks from that. And that,
Great.
I think.
Yeah, forward me whatever you can, and then you're asking me to get in touch with the DPW to see if they were notified of any work that was done in that area.
Well, ask them what they know about it. Ask,
Yeah.
maybe Keolis requested that they remove the dam. So let's get an answer back on that first. And then if they don't know anything about that, I do have, now the name and contact information for the person at Keolis. I was planning on calling them anyway, to talk about, our general concern. And now I can, discuss this as well. I mean, there are certain, exemptions they have, but I don't think, they're exempt from the Massachusetts Wetlands Protection.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. I can definitely reach out to Ed tomorrow.
So I guess the next thing is the SISMA small grant.
Oh, yeah.
Application.
Yep. So little to report on that. Liz, Scott, Smyers of Oxbow, myself, and Dave Barnett walked the Patch Hill site on Monday, and I should have uploaded those pictures, but it is a mess at the entry. I'll quickly pull up the ARC images.
Louis Square Road.
Yeah. It's always been a mess.
Work was done before.
Hmm?
Is that the where the work was done before?
No, they tried to
He
do
had
it.
done work there.
He tried to do it, and there was something happened that it didn't go there. It wasn't there. It ended up being somewhere else.
Well, no, Scott did some there, but, we got our,
But Dave-
slapped.
Dave was gonna get a workforce or whatever to go there, and then I forget why it didn't happen.
No, this was long before that.
Oh,
This was like 5 years ago.
oh, okay.
I authorized Scott to do some treatment up there.
I mean, it's like notably crazy.
And the trust board went ballistic because
They
they
did.
were notified. So,
But that wasn't, that was more in the pan, further in on the.
no, it's right, if you're going off of the trailhead, there are some walnut and butternut trees.
No, yeah.
It was right there, it was right
Okay,
there.
all right. Yeah, that's where we were.
I mean, it's like epically bittersweet.
overrun.
So the plan is to try to control the bittersweet.
Yes. And first he's, well, I don't know if I can jump in, but Scott is going to identify what's there. The big, but I mean, obviously bittersweet is one of the big, obvious, invasives, non-native invasives. And then propose a treatment plan that I think will leverage. I mean, Dave is really working hard to get us enrolled in the Weed Warrior program.
Right,
So he is working on that.
we should do that.
So that we will have a combined sort of, the grant will give us some seed money that we may, as a conservation commission, have to match in order to pay Scott. 'Cause the grant is like, we're thinking $1,000 to $2,000.
Right.
I mean, it's a very small grant, but still.
For bicycle workbenches.
Exactly, or a management plan.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
for
Alright,
a
yeah.
small section, for a section of a property.
Well, but is this grant application to fund Oxbow's actual treatment?
No.
It could be if we wanted it to, but I think we're at the stage where we wanna have a plan, like a plan.
Okay,
Plus treatment.
so it's to fund the preparation of a management plan.
Yeah, I believe so.
Were you here last time?
I was, yes,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that.
But the management plan would also have a recommended, treatment plan.
Right.
What I'm hoping. Right? Don't you think, Ian?
Yeah, I'd say that's a good way to frame it. I know last time, maybe in our meetings as well with Dave, we had been talking about the framing of this and putting it on SISMA's plate as a combined effort from the town, the trust, contracting Oxbow's services, and and starting a Weed Warriors chapter for kind of a training and education aspect to it as well. So putting that all together, I think, is our best chance at building a strong application and rationale for why we need ideally $2,000 would be good. But the trust or the commission should probably expect that the trust fund will be used to some extent as well to either match or to go over like $3,000 or $4,000. Yeah, supplement the remaining costs for the management plan.
Because what we would like to do is tackle that trailhead.
Alright.
Well, as a start.
Right. Yeah, as a start.
Baby steps.
And I was also thinking that down the road, that I think this is, especially if we do get the $25,000, or maybe if we get two sets of 25,000 for 2 years in a row, which seems aggressive, but we do respond to properties when they come up and do the due diligence and all that kind of stuff. But I think we could be proactive and take a look at our properties and have a manager, look at an invasives plan, and we could prioritize. We could go through and figure out where the worst, the best things to tackle, and then really start taking on, in a systematic way, battling the invasives. And I do think we could leverage. I mean, Littleton does it. They have a really good, very successful Weed Warrior program, where they do, so you can have somebody pulling and cutting, and then the professional can be painting and, putting on the herbicide, if that was part of the plan.
Last time we talked about somewhere with a ton of euonymus. Was that at Steel Farm?
Yes.
Steel Farm.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's sort of like down the road, but I think this is a good way to get us started.
Well, you did that at our property. It's a
And anyway, I think one of the things I think is in our favor is that we've never gotten a grant from Suasco before. So
we should.
We're due, so to speak. They do like to give to spread the wealth, so to speak, to all the communities.
In the watershed.
We are partly in the Suasco watershed, yes. And Patch Hill is
in it.
Is it a,
Is entirely, yeah. Steel Farm we
Was
figured
not.
kind of not really in it, so this is a better argument.
Cool.
yeah. So anyway, Ian is working on that and Scott is gonna provide some input on that as well.
Yep. Once Scott gets us the inventory next week and potentially some quotes, it'll help us lock down some pricing and finish our application. And that should be no problem presenting the final form of that at the meeting at the 17th, be it due on the 19th in for SISMA. So expect to give that one final look over later this month.
That sounds great.
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, I know, this is a nice, so that you noticed the opportunity and are taking advantage of it. Otherwise, we wouldn't know about it. Anything else? I mean, I don't see application review and presentation. Do you have that presentation or?
Yeah, I know we're meeting tomorrow to go over it, Liz. Largely it's
We do not have to if we just do it now.
yeah,
Or would you rather not? We don't really have to take all, is it only 8:30? How did we get so much
it is,
stuff?
yeah, I'm also shocked by that.
I mean, my God, we are just marching through this, you know.
I think it'll be good for us to meet one-on-one tomorrow, Liz, and and go through it just to nail down the talking points and how you can go about presenting it. I'll go over what SVT has supplied us with. I'm showing limited stuff right here because SVT asked that we don't share the Excel spreadsheet that they had sent us, just because, you know, it's publicly available data, but it's, you know, people's personal properties, and I want to respect their request. But essentially, they had given us an Excel spreadsheet that narrowed down their priority parcels that come from their land protection prioritization multi-model viewer. So I met with Meredith about 2 weeks ago to go over this. She has since recently sent me the Excel spreadsheet that I mentioned. So this is a map of all the parcels in Boxborough. It's very useful, and it scores the parcels with numbers ranking their natural services. You can then go to Habitat for Biodiversity. Takes a while to load, but as you can see, all the darker parcels are higher priority. The community conservation, as well as farmland. And so I think there were 45 parcels listed. I took out some of the parcels that were owned by the town, and what I got to was over 700 acres of privately owned land in Boxborough with what I called it significant conservation or ecological value. And this will be helpful in giving some quantitative data behind our reasoning, because as we remember, some of us may remember, I don't really remember, but with Perkins Woods, the land acquisition there, it did cost us a lot up front, a couple tens of thousands of dollars, as well as a lengthy CPC application to provide the funds for that. And this increase in $25,000 isn't looking to solve that issue of liquidity for land acquisitions, but it's going to put us in a better position to respond timely to these possible acquisitions and not worry about completely draining ourselves. Also, as we kind of realized during the last meeting, we are up for a renewal and update of our open space and recreation plan in 2027, and it might be a bit more costly than the last one. Obviously inflation, but now we'll be going for a 10-year open space and recreation plan.
Oh, really? Oh, that's an option? Great.
Yeah, was it David, was it you who had told me that that's allowed by the state as of 2025?
Yeah.
Yeah, so largely this is the only change, and I included that language in my final slide here. But I had spoken briefly with Alec today. He said just keep it very brief and concise. Go through. We have plenty of points to cover us, and it doesn't seem like a hard sell with all the evidence that we've kind of put together. And Liz, we can quickly look over the Excel spreadsheet tomorrow and see if there's anything else you think that we can pull from it and put in our argument.
Yeah, I actually don't. I think it'll be what do you, Steve? You've been at the meetings. So, I think it might be a hard sell.
It might be, because most of the other projects are pretty specific.
Yeah,
They have very,
they hate just having a
This one-
fund. Yeah.
it might be a hard sell.
Yeah, so Don, I don't think we should underestimate that it's,
Okay.
Because, in a lot of minds, it's sort of like I don't know if they think of it as a slush fund for the, Conservation Commission. I don't know what they think we're gonna be doing with it.
Well, maybe you can get that out of them.
Yeah, there.
I don't see your bachelor parcel on that.
We already own Patchville.
Well, but there's that one parcel there. That one that juts up in the middle there.
Oh, yeah, why is that not there?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the, Wolferts.
Let's see. It might be highlighted on another one or a higher ranking on another one. So this is Habitat for Biodiversity.
Good catch. Yeah, I mean, it would need, what they probably do, what we'd like them to do is what the shirtless did, like, cut off, like, separate their property into two parcels and give us the back half.
Yes. Just draw a straight line.
Or sell us to the shirtless ones. I know that one. Yeah, this would be right next to Shirtliff Woods.
Yeah.
There's a little strip that is lovely
It's
and,
probably about 4 acres, maybe 5 acres.
yeah. Anyway, that's,
So is that on the list, Ian?
we should put it on.
You're still talking about this parcel?
Yes.
If it can be on our list and not be on Sudbury Valley Trust list.
Yeah, and we can
Yes.
go through
But
Leaving town land,
yes.
like where you get to that crossroads, it'd be great if we could,
But if it's not on a list you're presenting tomorrow night, I wouldn't want, and it suddenly appears later on, I wouldn't want someone to say, well, that wasn't on your earlier list. That would be my concern.
okay, we will do our best to add that in. But again, we can, I think part of the open space plan will be us as a commission prioritize, going through the list of available land.
Yes.
And we already have we have our own priorities, but, it's been 5 years. We'll go through that process and we'll make sure to capture, certainly the Wilbert or Wilbert. Wilberts are over on Burroughs Road, Wilbert. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's tomorrow night, it's a Zoom, so if anybody wants to attend. It's Zoom, right?
Yeah, Zoom, I'll be there.
It is, yeah. The next 4 or 5 will be on Zoom, I believe. Does that sound correct, Steve?
Thank you. All right. That sounds,
I have sort of a related question.
yeah.
At the CPC, there was also a project called Hager Land Connection in 2020.
Oh, yeah, there's still money in there.
We like the money.
Yeah, I think you can take the money back now. I already used the money for, that was the bridge.
Right,
Yeah, cool.
but they would like the unused money back, so
Only if they give it to the trust.
maybe they'll just give it back to you. Or
I think it goes to does it go back to the general fund?
Well, where is it now?
It's in a warrant article. I got a lot of grief. Oh, this will go over budget, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. Came in under budget, so I still have, I don't, is it $10,000 left?
This says the total amount was 54,000.
Yeah.
That was the initial.
Well,
Yeah, I think we have
Like,
a,
used to amount.
yeah. we
well, I'm
have like-
actually
we have like-
shocked that the finance committee wouldn't have sponsored a warrant article years ago rescinding the excess.
I've been fending them off.
Oh, you have?
And it's
Why?
really, and it's the CPC that's been, after the money,
You know, you're meeting.
not the FinCom.
Was
I just
it-
wasn't, I just wasn't ready to let go.
Well, if you give it back, maybe there'll be more.
Right. Yeah, I think I will be giving it back. Cause that's where we paid, that's what we paid for the beaver deceiver out of,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Just
And that was relatively recent.
handy to have a little bit of money to,
Ah, yes,
see?
pieces are coming together.
Yeah, so there's probably less than $10,000, I think, left, but I will be, yeah, giving it
Great.
back.
Keep hoarding, keep hoarding.
Is the beaver
That's great.
receiver working?
Yeah, looks like, yeah, so far so good, of course.
Yeah, that's all great.
Where is it?
You know Blanchard School, it's right behind Blanchard,
Okay,
it's that
okay.
bridge, big bridge,
Between the
there's the
library.
Garabedian Bridge that heads to the library, and then there's the Hager Bridge that goes right over into the woods.
Sure.
And then the Beaver Deceiver is right where that old
It
dam,
was like half out of the water. Well,
yeah, cause there's no one.
I mean, there is, but just in random places right now.
Yeah, a lot, yeah,
Not in,
it's very easy to see, admire that wall the beavers have built
yeah, it
upstream.
looks nasty. It looks, like man-made.
It is,
Oh, yeah, I was right behind the school.
it's almost
Yeah,
like,
to the
there's,
right.
you can almost see
It's
border,
amazing.
you know, I
Yeah,
mean.
it does.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
They're crazy.
Yeah, it is, it's mind boggling. Okay, so, yeah, we will, yeah, I'm sure they could take the money back anyway, but, graciously offer it back. Yeah. Yeah, I've been stalling, Ron Vogel had been the chair for a while. Anything else? Awesome, and so everybody can be here December 17th, cause that would be awesome, we'll try and close out two hearings hopefully, cause hopefully the Depot Road doesn't sound too.
That sounds pretty straightforward.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and all of his.
And 959 is the septic,
In
so
on Monday or Tuesday.
That's the one I got.
that's the one you know.
Liz, I just want to double check. Did you still plan on being out for some of January?
Yes.
Okay.
I can just zoom back and.
You know what, I don't know if I can zoom back, I can't access my email. Oh, when I'm in England.
The town email.
It's like a firewall or something, I cannot get into my email.
Someone-
Maybe, in.
I've tried it.
Special hookup happen.
I don't know, I'm trying to get on a Zoom call though, cause those.
Yeah.
Those are anywhere.
Yeah,
Someone in Chelmsford last meeting zoomed in from Scotland.
yeah.
Yeah, well, good for
Yeah,
them.
we have friends that.
Honestly, I don't stay up that late.
It was 2 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's that too.
Oh, thanks.
You don't have to call them at 2
Why won't
You
we?
don't have to do that.
It's pretty early in Scotland right now.
Yeah, so I will probably miss both because I'm birding for one and then I'm seeing my grandson for his 3rd birthday.
So you're gonna about, both meetings today?
Yeah, well,
You're up.
Okay, well, thanks for the heads up.
here we go. Oh, well, we'll finish 2 things, yeah, so hopefully, we have enough people, yeah, so if it comes to, hearings, I don't know what's still outstanding that we haven't,
975 disclosed.
Is there any-
We're
yeah, is there, yeah, there's nothing really outstanding, except for the 2 that are coming up on December 17th, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, because no, I was just worried,
Seven.
you know, if you're at a number of hearings and then you miss them, you can't vote and that just
Yeah.
as long as we had a quorum, but it sounds like
But
just,
the December 17th are just like closing.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Unless we get some new files in January.
If we get new filings, it'll be a whole nother story, but
Very
it
impersonal.
looks like there won't be any loose ends
Yeah.
going into the new year, hopefully.
And I will point out most boards do take a meeting or 2 off around this time of year, where we are having 2 in 2 productive meetings, I'd say, in December. Something that the commission can definitely consider for January, especially if we have a pretty light workload.
You're the best.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you're the best.
Let's pat ourselves on the back. Okay,
So let's just like, we'll vote on when we're gonna take that.
yeah, so this was just an FYI that I won't be here, right? There's no.
Yes, exactly correct. We have our next
Exactly.
meeting. We all plan on being there, so
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
speak more about how our January will look then.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm leaving, all of these, Dillis and Roy, is it?
Perfect. Yep. Just
all of
put
you-
those. If you
and
could put those on top of anybody's old copies, and then 975's signed order of conditions on
Yeah,
top
I'll
of
put that
all
all
of them.
in a pile.
Other than that, feel free to leave everything where it is. Placards,
Yep.
chairs, tables, owl. Just make sure you unplug it and turn off the TV. Other than that, there's only one order of business before we.
I think we have, so a motion to adjourn.
will make a motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes,
Aye.
yeah.
Great.
Okay, thank you.